Are we in danger of sounding like those generic podcasts where hey guys, thanks so much, great crowd?
I don't think so.
No, we're good.
Yeah, I think we're all right,
brilliant.
aren't we?
Yeah, it was brilliant. This was awesome. So much fun.
Yeah, Mark shot himself.
I did.
Allaby Bedders in bits. Welcome to In Bits with Allaby Bedders. From Ideal Noise Studios in London, I'm Matt Allaby.
And I am Bedders.
Mark, we're back.
We're back. We're only bloody back. You're welcome, everyone.
You know what? The constant messaging of when the show's coming back, it was just getting tiring, so we thought we'd boot this up again.
They've been knocking on the door.
How many people was it in the end who got in touch? 3,000?
Just 3.
3, okay. Well, you know, you're welcome.
3 people. You're welcome, 3 people. Well, they're happy at least. So,
well, I'll tell you what, maybe just follow us and write a 5-star review on SoundCloud. On iTunes.
iTunes. Well, we're doing both. SoundCloud, you know.
Sure, but I'd like to get the iTunes numbers rolling. Surely a nice 5-star review over there.
5-star review. The best podcast on the internet.
Yeah.
Yeah? Something like that.
Anything short of that, maybe don't bother.
Don't bother. Yeah, absolutely.
Well, we've missed you.
Yeah. We've missed each other, haven't we?
Yeah, we have.
Yeah.
This has always been a good time.
It's been a cold, bleak winter so far.
Yeah, just hanging out, having a couple of shandies.
Yeah.
Chatting about whatever. Well, we've got a hell of a show, Mark.
Oh, my God.
Coming up, we've got an interview with Hamish from Further Progressions Recordings.
My buddy Hammy.
And also, I mean, you'll know John Monkman if you've heard this podcast before, because we play his tunes pretty much every month.
Yeah.
Teamed back up with our other good pal, Chris Hansen.
Chrissy boy.
As Flip-Flop. So we've got Flip-Flop coming up later on the old Skype interview.
We're back. They're back.
I mean, everyone's happy now.
Oh, my God.
A lot's happened since we've been away, Mark.
Yeah.
You've moved house.
I have moved house.
Keith Flint from The Prodigy died.
Yeah, very sad moment for electronic music, and inspiration to everyone out there who sort of loves electronic music. So very sort of somber tone to start the podcast with. But
on the up, Partridge is back on the telly.
Alan Partridge is back.
Brilliant.
So that's good. For those around the world, maybe just check it out on BBC.
And Michael Jackson's allegedly a paedophile again. I mean, who saw that coming?
Yeah, that came out of nowhere.
I always thought it was really normal.
Yeah. Out of nowhere. It's
back on.
No clues were given.
It was like, throughout the last 15 years, it's on again, it's off again.
Yeah.
It's on again, it's
now
off.
he massively is.
Well, allegedly.
Well,
we should say, Mark.
We will, for
it's
legal
quite a powerful
reasons.
Estate.
Yeah, we don't want to
estate.
be sued by whoever owns his estate.
Definitely not. I've not seen that doc yet, so my mind is still... I'm still listening to Billie Jean every night.
Well, you might not. I don't know who Billie Jean is. In his eyes.
She's a lovely lady.
Okay.
Over the age of 18,
we are
I imagine.
Starting the podcast in a really dark way. Anyway, welcome back. Anyway, back to Keith from The Prodigy.
Keith Flint. I mean, what a legend.
Oh, my God.
I'll share a quick, I mean, The Prodigy were one of the things that got me solidly fixed into electronic music.
Absolutely the same.
Because I came from rock and roll, heavy metal, all of that.
Yeah, same.
When I was 16 years old, I think Jilted Generation came out, and I saw them at Glastonbury that year on that tour.
Yeah, I saw them V97 in 1997 alongside Beck. I'm
going to one-up you there, Mark. I believe it was 94.
Here we go. I met Keith in a pub, and he gave me a sandwich.
It was a lovely... I mean, I loved that album, Jilted Generation.
Amazing.
It blew my mind as a kid, and I went down to Glastonbury that year, no money. I had £3 in my pocket when we set off to hitchhike down there.
Yeah.
And we took several trucks, lorries, whatever we could get down there. Whatever, yeah, it was hitchhiking.
Real sort of hobo story.
Yeah, we just that's what we did. We couldn't. we had no money to get there, so
we hitchhiked down. And then we were just kidnapped.
Got in whatever truck we could get. I actually split up with my mate I went with a mate of mine, AD. We started off in Knutsford Services because that was the first place that you could get to by train where on the M6 motorway.
Sure.
So that was the jumping off point.
Yeah.
And he got me a ride first, but he couldn't take both of us. So I split up from my mate. At the beginning, I was on my own as a 16-year-old boy going down to Glastonbury. Got to Glastonbury on my own, a small child walking around the gates of Glastonbury, figuring out how to get in.
Did you burrow under the...
No, I jumped over the wall, managed to somehow get over the wall. I don't remember how, but back then, you could, as long as you could get up the wall, people would help you over the other side. Yeah.
Step ladders.
Jumped in there. Probably by this point had £2.50 in my pocket. Maybe bought a Coca-Cola on the way down. Got in there and survived on basically just whatever scavenged food I could.
Did you find a bag of pingers on the floor and sell them and make your way through the festival on that?
Nothing like that, but because I had such a sweet young boy just at a festival, lost in a festival face. People just gave me stuff. Yeah, it was just like, maybe just help this kid along and just there you go.
Great.
Have some of this, swallow that. Maybe eat half of my food. It was a good time.
Yeah.
So wandering around, went to go and see The Prodigy.
Yeah.
Very excited.
Amazing.
To see The Prodigy. Still on my own. Small child. You are a child at 16.
Absolutely a child at 16, yeah.
On my own, lost, don't know what's going on. In a crowd of probably 20,000 people. Yeah.
You weren't a millennial, you weren't being offended.
No way, mate.
You had a T-shirt with "fuck you" written on it.
Of course I did. Yeah. I got to the middle of the crowd, fighting my way down to the front, and I thought, for now, I'm just going to stay here. So I got to maybe a third of the way from the front of the stage. Yeah. I'm just going to stay here for a little while, acclimatise. And all of a sudden, this guy started pushing past me. Excuse me, can I get through? It was my mate, AD, who I'd left at Knutsford Services 2 days before. Yeah, there's a crowd of 20,000 people. Amazing. And he literally pushed me past me. And he'd set me off in a lorry, possibly thinking, I'm never going to see that kid again in my life. He's just dead now.
And you met at the golden moment.
At the moment, the Prodigy were about to get on the stage.
Oh, that must have been amazing.
It was unbelievable.
Were you off your bollocks, both of you?
It was one of the best gigs I've ever seen.
Did you give each other a big hug?
We couldn't believe it. We were, it's incredible. Keith Flint, at one point, I remember jumping in, and we made it down to the front. We pushed together, we pushed right down to the front, the first 2 rows of that gig. Yeah. And Keith, at one point, dived in, did some crowd surfing. What was lovely about it is, because they had that kind of punk attitude, they inspired the audience to have that punk attitude. So we were all punching him in the nuts when he...
He's probably getting off on it.
Yeah, he loves it.
True Keith style. Yeah.
What a gig that was, though. What a story, amazing. What a gig, what a band. So, rest in peace.
We're gonna cheers here. Get your glass.
There we go.
To Keith.
Yeah.
Cheers. Allaby Bedders.
What else has happened, Mark? You've moved house.
I've moved house, yeah. It's really awesome. Moved in with mates around the corner from my old place. And, I mean, I don't know about you, but when you're living in a house, you kind of have old habits.
Sure.
Ways that you do things in your old house. I lived in my previous place for 8 years. Yeah. Okay. Now, I moved into the new place, and on the first morning there, went into the shower, and I thought, oh, it's lovely, this. Nice new bathroom, modern warm bathroom. My old bathroom was quite cold. I was really just enjoying...
Upgrade on the bathroom.
Yeah, like
lovely.
Really nice modern bathroom, shower. I was like, oh, this is great. Went back into my room, and I was instantly struck. This is mid-February, and I was instantly struck by how warm the room was compared to my old place, because I lived in an old Victorian house. Yep. Yeah. So I started, put on some music, getting ready for work. It's quite warm. And I might have started dancing.
Right.
Yeah.
Naked or?
In the towel at that stage. Okay. Started dancing in the towel. And I started to proceed to get myself dry from the shower in my lovely new bedroom in the warm. And at that point, I realised I was stood in front of the window.
Yeah.
of my bedroom.
So hang on, when you move into a new place, because I've experienced this recently as well, you haven't quite figured out the view angles from windows.
This is what I'm talking about with habits.
Yeah.
Okay, so I
old habits, new house, new viewing angles.
So in the old house, I knew where the angles were for the houses opposite me.
Yeah, you knew which TV you could walk in front of to cover the offending area.
But
which wardrobe door you could open.
Yeah, exactly. But 8 years worth of habits sort of rendered me to the point where I dropped all that, and I was just enjoying being in the warm, drying myself. I'm dancing. At that point, everything's on show.
How much were you enjoying it? I hope not too much.
I don't remember what I was dancing to, but I was dancing pretty vigorously. I was enjoying my space.
Okay, vigorously naked.
Yeah, vigorously naked.
Yep.
Little Bedders was on show.
Yeah. Okay.
And at that point, I just went, oh, I haven't checked the window. I looked up, and at that exact moment, the house opposite me, the curtains of the house opened.
Yeah, brilliant.
With a woman with a mug of tea looking directly at me. And at that point, it was like we both clocked each other. Yeah. She shut the curtains quickly. I shut my curtains quickly, and we both fell to the floor.
Lovely stuff.
I'm sure she didn't need to see a small naked brown man dancing at 7:30 in the morning.
Well, you probably made her day.
Well, it all ruined it.
Yeah. Possibly that.
Anyway, should we play a track?
Yeah, let's do it.
This is a track coming up from... Well, it's actually
out now, isn't it?
It's out now. It's been released from the new album from Rick Tam and Banzi. It's called High and Dry. It's a two-part album, really. It's techno and psytrance. Obviously, we've gone down the techno route.
Well, it just had a really delicious groove.
It's got a really sort of fun party.
It's a great way to start the show, I think.
Great energy, high energy. This track is called High and Dry.
Lovely stuff.
Take your top off.
Lock up your daughters. It's Allaby and Bedders.
I'm tired, Mark. I don't know about you.
Bloody knackered.
Yeah, I was thinking, how about Allaby and Bedders in an exotic location?
Oh. I don't know.
Shame we've never been booked for an exotic location.
Like some
or
kind
have we?
I don't know. Tropical, Caribbean.
How about... I'm just spitballing.
Yeah.
How about Allaby and Bedders?
Just as an example.
Allaby and Bedders on Miami Beach.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. That'd be great. Cuban vibes.
Me, you, Cuban vibes, walking down the beach.
Hey, man. Hey, I heard the fucking Colombians, man.
That's very good.
Yeah. Cheers. Yeah. Hey, I said sanitarian, not a planetarian.
Can you say, I'm looking forward to seeing Allaby and Bedders in that accent?
I'm looking forward to seeing Allaby and Bedders, man. Yeah, esto.
So let's make this happen, people.
Let's do it. Miami Beach.
We've got the tunes. Mark's got the accent.
Oh, my God.
I mean... Why shouldn't this happen?
Should we play another track? We're going to play a track that we've been playing a lot quite recently. An artist that I've recently discovered called Elijah Djokovic. This track is called Serpent.
I'm looking forward to it.
Snaky.
Allaby and Bedders.
In bits.
Hey, Hamish.
Hello.
Right, Mark's got a little intro for you.
It's got a little intro. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Englishman in New York, head honcho of Further Progressions Records, my wingman in the early days with DJing, partying, and setting up Further Progressions 10 years ago now, and everyone's favourite Scottish bloke with an English accent. It's Hamish.
Thank you very much, Mark.
Hey, mate.
How are you, buddy? Where are you right now?
In Brooklyn, New York, yep.
Hipster Central.
Exactly. I don't know quite why I'm here. Definitely don't manage to fit in at all. It's very cool. It's very hip around here. We're settling in very well. Been over here for 5 months now. Really loving it.
Is it snowing?
Went to watch it's been snowing for 2 weeks. It's now hammering down with rain, so all the snow's disappeared. But we've had a proper winter here.
So you went to a New York Knicks game last night, didn't you? You sent me some very funny photos. You wearing foam hands, and
yeah, it was hilarious. The Knicks are on a pretty poor run of form at the moment, at the bottom of the league. So, the basketball was all right, but the kind of the crowd participation and atmosphere was very entertaining.
Tell us about the Lion King cam.
Yeah, this was a family day match, so it was all about the kids. So instead of kiss cam, they had the Lion King cam. So as soon as the camera zoomed in on a parent with child, the parent had to hold up the child at a Lion King, and they also hammered out the Baby Shark song. Matt and Mark, being parents, you probably are well aware of this, but
Baby Shark,
all I can think about.
Daddy Shark, That's it. That's come in since you've had a baby.
Yeah,
then.
I don't know.
Mate, the kids go mental for that now.
I know zoom going to the moon.
It's a real treat. Let's talk about. I remember, Hamish. I played a gig you did in London. How long ago was that? Do you remember? I don't actually remember.
2006.
That was 2006. Yeah.
06. So we're talking 06. A good 12, 13 years.
Yeah.
And that was
in the SE1.
SE1. Great. Love playing in that place.
With yourself and
Zen Mechanics, wasn't it? Freak.
Yeah.
Or did Zen Mechanics play that night, or was he just there? Because I remember Wouter being there.
He was there. He played.
Right.
Yeah.
That was also first time I met Chris Hansen from Flip-Flop, who's coming up in an interview later.
Yeah.
And me.
And Bedders.
Yeah.
But I don't actually remember meeting
Cheers,
Bedders.
Mate. Thanks a lot. I made an impact. You can stop laughing, Hamish.
But we're about to do it all over again in a couple of weeks, aren't we?
Yeah, we are.
We are.
Tell us about that gig.
With it being 10 years since we started Further Progressions, we're throwing a little party to celebrate in the Steel Yards in London, which is an awesome little venue, and they've had a massive upgrade on sound system and lighting.
Cool.
And yeah, it's like, bring the kind of the label artists together, and obviously your good self as well, as a bit of a tip of the cap of all the fun we've had over the past 10, 13 years. And then so we got sort of Psy prog in one room, and then we've got a room of a kind of really good techno and house with like Audio Anonymous, Unique Repeat, Mara LaFay, awesome techno DJ, and then a couple of newer kids on the scene, Sam Strutt and Ryan Smith, who are both awesome DJs. So yeah, it's going to be good fun.
Sweet.
Very, very good fun.
Sounds like a good night. The night's called Prism, isn't it? Prism at the Steel Yard.
Prism
right?
London, yes.
Prism London.
That's the one.
What's the, we might as well say now, what's like the Facebook or wherever for Prism?
For Facebook, if you look for Prism London or you go to Further Progressions, it's on there. Tickets you can get via Resident Advisor, access all areas.
This is going to be, it's shaping up to be one hell of a party, kids. So you might want to come.
It really is. No, it's going to be good. We're throwing the kitchen sink, the rave kitchen sink at it.
So, mate, I guess we're going to shift over now a little bit and talk about other things. For me, it kind of feels a little bit like progressive has had a bit of a lull in the past few years, to a degree. Where do you see it going in the future in terms of that style of music? Is it coming back strong like a roaring lion, or is it a stray house cat wheezing in a back alley?
Coughing up a furball, maybe.
Coughing up a furball. How do you see it?
Good question, Mark.
Thank you.
I think when we started the label, progressive trance then was like 132, 135 BPM.
Delicious.
And it's all gone up to kind of 138, 140, which
was what Full On was.
Which is what Full On was back in the day. So there is that kind of like space between techno and what Psy prog is now. I really hope it comes back. Maybe it's just about taking a bit of a punt and putting some music in that kind of BPM category out, which is what we're going to be doing, what are doing. So yeah, I think it's hopefully it will come back because we know what can be done in that tempo range.
Well, you got the iBogers doing stuff like iBoga Tech and stuff like that. But anyway, we'll move on.
What's coming up on the label, mate?
We've got some EPs coming out in the next few weeks. We've got a fantastic one from Simi, which includes a track from yours truly. Actually, but I think probably it's already out now. So go and have a little look. It's called New Synthesis. The 10-year compilation as well, which is coming together at the moment. It's going to be really fantastic. Again, kind of.
Yeah,
have you lost me again?
We've got you, but we've just got a message saying poor network connection for some reason. So.
Okay.
You cut out.
Well, we're going to keep things fun here as well. You know the In Bits podcast, mate. We like to have a bit of fun, wrap these interviews up with a bit of a jolly. You're in New York now, which makes you a big appler.
Big appler.
You're our man out there, so we thought we'd use this opportunity to ask you some questions because we're confused about the whole America thing.
So, Hamish, are you an alien?
I am a semi-legal alien.
I was going to follow up.
We were going to ask.
Yeah, are you a legal alien? Was the second question.
Oh, sorry, I screwed the pooch.
You jumped in. It's good though, fair play. Mate, do the subway trains still have graffiti all over them like in the movies?
Yes. Yeah,
serious question.
Yeah.
They do?
Yep.
Now, important question. Have you yet been chased by a policeman on roller skates?
No, unfortunately not.
No?
I haven't seen
With knee-high
I've
socks.
seen it in the movies. Okay, so you're in Brooklyn. Have you had a coffee whilst getting a tattoo yet?
Yeah, well, nearly, but then I bottled out the tattoo and I had a coffee and a slice of pizza.
Lovely. Pizza and coffee. Good combo. Have you seen men in the street shouting, "I'm walking here, I'm walking here"?
Other than myself, yes, I have actually.
Have you actually?
Yeah.
I'm walking here.
Yeah.
Good.
So
Yes.
onto food. We've got a couple of questions about food.
Yeah. Have you eaten off any hot dogs?
Eaten off any hot dogs?
Yeah.
No.
Good.
Have you had the chicken palm?
Yes.
Good.
Was it good?
What exactly is biscuits and gravy?
I have no idea, but apparently it also comes with grits.
Right.
Grits. Have you been to the Village, and is it the best place to get a footlong?
Yeah, particularly Soho.
Good.
So actually, again, serious note, what is the best food you've had?
Italian food is phenomenal out here. Nice. And actually the pizza. I mean, just you can get $1 slice of pizza, which is some of the best pizza ever.
Have you been to Joe's Pizza? The one in...
Yeah, mate. We live like 2 blocks away from there.
2 blocks, listen to you.
2 blocks.
I live like 2 blocks away. Anyway, moving on to famous people.
Yeah, have you seen or met any of these people? Robert De Niro.
No.
Cyndi Lauper.
Who?
The Rock.
I wish.
Mayor Bill de Blasio.
Nope.
Billy Crystal.
No, that would be cool.
Jerry Seinfeld.
No.
Whoopi Goldberg.
Unfortunately not.
Any of the cast of The Sopranos.
Yes. Fuck yes.
Yes, we got one.
We saw Christopher at the Knicks yesterday.
Fucking the Knicks gang. Of course he was there.
Yeah.
Fucking. Well, yeah, we're going on to some more general questions about America.
Have you had your teeth and/or anus whitened yet?
Or any other surgical augmentations?
No comment.
Yeah. Have you been prescribed unethical amounts of highly addictive prescription drugs?
And
yep.
If you have, can we have some, please, then?
Yep, don't worry, I'll bring some back. Like I say, I haven't slept in 5 months.
Okay. Which land mammal would accurately describe the largest person you've seen stateside so far? A walrus, B, baby elephant, or C, small horse?
Definitely B. Yeah,
okay.
Baby elephant.
Baby elephant. Thanks for being such a good sport.
Yeah, it's been great having you on the show. So to
Pleasure.
celebrate,
Thank you so much, guys.
To celebrate the 10 years of Further Progressions, we're going to play a track. I've decided
we wanted to play a classic Further track, representing the best of Further over the last 10 years.
So I've chosen a track.
Mark's
If I've taken the liberty of choosing a track, Hamish, and it's off the compilation that you and I made to launch Further Progressions, which was London Landscapes. And this is a track by Shadow FX, and it's called Exhale.
All right, mate. Lots of love.
Thank you so much, guys.
Yeehaw! Welcome to Big Boy Blues Car Sale. My name's Tex. Welcome to my car lot. I've been running this shit for 20-odd years. We got cars, all colors, all shapes, all sizes, for all people of all colors and creeds. Also, we got a mighty fine podcast by Allaby Bedders. Yeehaw!
A couple of weeks ago, Mark,
Yeah.
we got invited down to Tribe of Frog in Bristol.
Yes, we did.
That's fun. I haven't played there probably for about 10 years.
I've never played there, and I was really, really happy that we got invited down.
It was nice.
Amazing.
A big shout out to our man Gio.
Yes, the big man.
For being a perfect host. Bloody good
Thank
techno
you so
DJ.
much, Gio, mate. Legend.
And yeah, he was really very good to us, wasn't he?
He treated us like royalty. Great night out. Bristol vibes.
Bristol vibes. We were hooked up with I don't know, what was it? It was some kind of like youth. We had our own room, but it was in kind of a youth hostel.
No, it wasn't. It was a bar,
Yeah.
a real sort of like youthy bar, but it also had a youth hostel attached to it.
Right.
And we were in like one of the main rooms called the Armageddon room.
The Armageddon room.
Armageddon out of here.
It was basically, I mean, it was just a room with some painting of a skeleton or something on the inside.
Brilliant,
to make
though.
it look Armageddon-y, I
Loved it.
suppose. It was great. It was really good. And yeah, very vibey. The great thing was the location was right next to the club. Everything was in, a sort
5
of
minutes walk of each other.
5 minutes walk.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it was a perfect setup. Receptionist bit frosty on the way in.
A little bit frosty receptionist, yeah.
She didn't like us much.
She didn't like us at all, did she?
I think we came in having fun,
Yeah.
and she didn't appreciate that fun.
No, your name's not done. Didn't she throw a towel at us or something?
Yeah, she came in.
We were sat in the room and she walked in and she goes, "There's your bedding," and just threw it in the room.
Yeah, now call me a diva, Mark. I'm used to having the sheets on the bed before I get to a room.
Good.
We got to the room, no sheets on the bed. She opened the door, went,
Threw it in.
"Here's your fucking sheets."
You cunt.
I just threw it at us.
Yeah. To be fair, though, it was evenly balanced by Gio's treatment of us. It was
Oh, no, it was brilliant.
lovely dinner and a wonderful night.
And going to Tribe of Frog, it was like stepping back, and this is a compliment,
Yeah,
stepping back
absolutely.
into some 90s psychedelic night.
Yeah,
It's like the
even
parties I used to put on back in the day,
Yeah.
super fluoro, everyone having a great time. We actually had a little chat at one point to each other about half an hour in, where we said, actually, Mark, we've got to calm down a little bit here because everyone's really nice.
Yeah.
And we're in danger of being the cunts at this
the
party.
the sarcastic, bitter. But it had that kind of really nice sort of innocence and fun like about it.
It was beautiful. It was a really good time.
Everyone I love the way they get awarded for dressing up. So there's lots of sort of fancy dress there.
Lots of
that kind
dressing
stuff,
up.
that-
You had your people there, I guess, who've been going for 20 years, then a big age gap, and then a lot of 20
students. Well, Bristol's a huge student town.
Sure,
so.
a lot of very young 20 types just having a great time, all dressed
they're
up.
now selling out, like, literally within a day of tickets being announced. Like,
Yeah, they sold out before, well, I mean, it's a shame to mention it, but apparently before our names were even mentioned on the lineup.
it was immediately after.
I did want to claim that the Allaby
immediately
Bedders
after.
effect.
But that techno room, mate, wow.
Yeah, that was good fun.
So good.
Yeah, we're going to put up, not sure when it's going to go up, but we're going to put up the set that we played there.
Yeah. You went and played upstairs afterwards.
I went and played
That was
upstairs.
good.
Here's something that hadn't happened for a long time. A young lad came up to me, asked for a request for a tune while I was doing my live set.
What was it?
I can't remember.
Don't remember?
No.
No? Bon Jovi?
But yeah, it was fun. I had a great time.
Yeah.
Big ups to Gio and
and Jason as well. Thank you very much.
Jason,
and
the whole
Simon,
crew.
good to see you guys.
So we're going to play
wicked.
now one of the tracks that we played at Tribe of Frog, Mark.
Yep.
One of the big fat juicy ones, please,
Yeah,
mate.
I think we're going to go with possibly the biggest track of the night. It's by Julian Joel, who we've obviously played a lot in the past year.
Every set.
He had a new album out on Drum Code recently.
Very exciting.
Very, very big. It's a massive album. For me, this is one of the highlights of the album. It's called Mars. Zugga, zugga, man from Mars, spiders for eyes.
I'm Morgan Freeman. I've just finished my shift selling laughing gas balloons in a psytrance squat party. When I get back and I'm totally fucked up, I like to sit back in my leather chair, fix myself a large balloon, and listen to Allaby and Bedders. I'm Morgan Freeman.
So I just am in a country house and I just found a keyboard in the room, so very perfect.
La-di-da in a country house.
John, can you give us a little example of this keyboard?
Flip-Flop, ladies and gentlemen.
There we go.
There you go. There you go. John Monkman, everybody.
Yeah.
Techno pioneer, John Monkman.
Not okay, but I'm sitting here. I got a brew dog.
Great.
In hand.
Yeah, we are.
All right,
I've had a Bloody Mary and now I'm onto a Heineken.
Good. We're a couple of beers in as well, so we're all cracking, ready to go. Let's do this.
Sweet.
I mean,
Let's do this.
I guess we're already into it. This week, very exciting, marked the return of Flip-Flop.
Yay.
Our good friends John Monkman and Chris Hansen, who are on the Skype with us right now. How you doing, chaps?
Yeah, it's good to be on the Skype.
Yeah, loving it. It's been a while since I've been on Skype, to be honest.
Me too. I had to set up a whole new account just for this podcast.
Yeah.
Feels like it's retro shit.
It is retro, isn't it?
Where are you guys right now? Are you in separate houses right now?
Where are you?
Separate yeah, we're we are, which is sad. Where am I? I'm in just outside London in Andover.
Andover's near where they used to do the original Glade Festival site.
That's why I'm here, because it's
What you're doing the Glade.
Yeah, I never left. There's nothing. I'll be amazed if there's anything interesting about Andover, but yeah.
It's the nuclear testing facility for the nuclear, I believe, arm of Great Britain. That's where we test and keep all our nuclear weapons.
Thank you for that piece of interesting
You're welcome.
Information, Matt.
If I come back with a third eye, then sweet.
Then sweet, yeah, bonus. Finally, you're reconnecting with the higher forces.
I hope there's no Russians that just heard that. I might have given the game away.
Why? What? I thought you were talking about third eye. I was like, what does that mean in Russian? Yeah, that makes sense.
So, guys, obviously we've known you both a long time. But how long have you both known each other, and when did you start your music partnership?
Well, we've known each other since we were 6. We ended up at our school together at the age of 6, and we didn't necessarily love each other straight away, but then it quite quickly turned quickly turned into a bromance.
So things haven't changed.
Yeah, 6 is a confusing age for love, anyway. So
I mean, that is a very long time. In that time, have either of you seen each other naked?
I haven't seen him full frontal.
Not for a while, but I think he's growing a pubes. So
right. Nice.
I'm working on my pubes right now. Yeah, they're definitely coming along.
When did you two get together in terms of music? At least.
Yeah, no, exactly.
Music, definitely music.
Rather than like counting each other's pubes.
Yeah.
Well, I think John kind of introduced me into the rave scene by dragging me along to a Return to the Source party at the age of 17, I think. And we both just were independently making music on our own, on our computers, and constantly trying to outdo each other, sending each other's tracks.
I was, because I heard it.
All right, you were outdoing me most of the time.
No, I wasn't. I was doing shit. I had a PC at Cubase on for years. I wasn't making. I don't know what I was making, but it wasn't anything really. It was just like trying to make music, but not really having a focus on what it was.
Well, I was going to say, were you in any previous bands, either of you? I'm always fascinated to know, like, early bands and.
I mean, I played the drums in various bands, but it wasn't.
Can you give me the shittest name of one of those bands?
One of them was called Bloodstains.
That's very good.
Bloodstains.
I was in one called Instinct.
Yeah.
I remember starting a cover band with Simon Baring at the age of 13, where we just did solely Oasis covers.
Nice.
And I think that literally, I think
that failed.
We performed for ourselves.
What was it called? No Oasis.
No Oasis. Yeah, that's what we should have called ourselves.
Wonderval.
Yay! All right.
Let's talk about the new release.
Yeah. So you guys have had a new release out this week or last week on iBoga, and it's called Blocks. You're coming back strong with this one, guys. What's inspired you to make the comeback?
We should preface it. I mean, you've been away from the scene for a few years, and you know, I'm very lucky to have heard the next few tracks that you got coming back. And why now? Why are we coming back now? What's the inspiration behind coming back to the trance scene?
I think it's just the fact is we missed working together, and I mean we'd kind of we worked together gigging Flip-Flop for a good almost like 10 years or something, and then it was just. We just both needed to go off and do some other things, and then it just got to the point where we were really missing working with our best mates, and just because I think that it's just all about having some fun and then making some cool music at the same time. And
no, I think it was right time, right kind of. Yeah, the stars aligning kind of vibe. Yeah,
wonderful. And you guys came back a little bit with Noisily last year. That was amazing.
Yeah, that was really fun. Yeah. It's nice to kind of because it's funny because all these songs we've been working on for. So these ones, probably kind of 3-4 years. They all started off a little bit slower. They've been ramping them up, trying to find the right speed, and it's kind of So Noisy was fun last year because we got to test them out. And
well, I know. I mean, I had written that down because I'd noticed the tempo has changed since the last album, and I was interested to know what your thinking was behind that. Now, I don't know if you remember, but when we were gigging, whatever it was, 10 years ago together, I always used to say to you guys, it'd be amazing if you slowed the tempo down because it'd be so unique. I'd like to think that it was me that
definitely.
had this happen.
You spawned the band back together. Thank
you. But no, seriously, what was the thinking behind that? Like slightly slower tempos?
It's definitely the speed just felt a little bit too fast always for Flip-Flop. Like the grooves were kind of fast. Coming back to it after like 7 years and listening to kind of stuff
doing a lot of
145 and being like, that's just fast. So we kind of I mean, it's funny. Like the original stuff we wrote, we went off a few years ago and kind of went on this big writing spree, and we started writing all this music. Days. Which exactly up in Yorkshire, which was it was all kind of like 124 BPM. We can't release Flip-Flop at that speed. It's just lame. It just didn't have the energy. So we've kind of been.
You mentioned Yorkshire. I did hear a rumor that you'd made this music in some kind of barn or something. Is that true? Like out in the hillside?
God, it was barren. What we did. we were basically in the middle of nowhere, surrounded by sheep, and it was quite a kind of special. We're just like cold converted church, and after kind of like day 7, when it was kind of a
good acoustics, then
good acoustics, but when the cabin fever was fitting in, and we kind of whenever we go out to shops, there's all these sheep jokes in all the different cafes, and all the they're obsessive you jokes, like how do you use lower. And so like we came back and we obviously weren't looking to attack a poor sheep, but we were inquisitive, wondering like how does one shag a sheep? So we googled like how does one shag a sheep, and our first response on Google was, first of all, you need a pair of Velcro mittens.
You know that Google has that now. How do I shag a sheep? Like that is logged to your account forever.
Used in Wales.
Actually, how do you shag automatically autocorrects to shag a sheep?
Right,
I don't know how we've got into this rabbit hole.
I don't know either. Let's get out of it.
Let's go out of the
Let's talk about this the video that I saw on Instagram. I loved the Blocks video.
Very cool.
How did that come about? Where did that come from? It's really very different, very fresh.
It's pretty cool, isn't it?
Yeah, really good.
I was watching all of Twin Peaks. I don't know, watching all of Twin Peaks. Going back on Twin Peaks, actually, because I felt like it's one of those series where kind of everyone was just like, oh, you haven't seen Twin Peaks? Oh my God. And it's like, nope.
I've never seen Twin Peaks.
Yeah, well, it delivered on, it's great.
I mean, that's where the sample from the track comes from.
I've got you, okay.
So that's what from that. So kind of, the main guy called Cooper, he has this dream. And it's all about this midget and the woman in a red dress. It's really trippy. Yeah, we couldn't work out whether that phrase, that term, beginning
small
of is currently allowed to be used, or whether there's some more words.
Apologies to all small people out there. We're only referencing.
We're not trying to offend.
Fine.
Yeah, it's cultural reference.
Fine.
Yeah.
Absolutely fine.
You have a problem? Complain to Twin Peaks.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. But yes, so kind of just chopping up the film and kind of, it's almost like kind of piecing together a song in a way, isn't it?
Allaby Bedders.
All right, well, guys, how do you see the scene now in comparison to when you released your first album on Alchemy in 2008?
Oh, the days.
The days.
Yeah.
The thing that I will say, worryingly, is less experimental than it was when I started. You know, when I started on the scene.
I think that's exactly
I always thought Flip-Flop was, you know, right up there with the sort of experimental side of things. So it's good to have you back, basically.
Yeah, man, it's fucking great. I think, it's not, yeah. It seems like a lot of other scenes are really, you know, like, I guess what's funny is like from kind of working a lot outside the trance scene and then coming back into it, it's like all these, what is. A lot of these other kind of genres are always, you know, they're constantly changing. Suddenly, you know, the fads are changing because people work things out and they move, and it's like, and that's cool because it's pushing the music. Things are changing, but it's kind of exhausting in terms of if you're in that. And there's something kind of reassuring, nice about the fact that the trance scene really, you know, you flip through the music and it's basically the same as it was 10 years ago. So that's kind of, it's cool. It's cool for the fact that people aren't. It's more about the energy and the vibe when people are at the events. Yes, the kind of which is great in a way. You know, that's kind of cool.
The parties are still amazing. Yeah,
exactly.
Really good
you know,
vibe.
The Azoras, the booms, they're the best dance floors on the planet. You're like, you know, you're not going to get that.
Yeah, Azoras and your booms.
Exactly.
Yeah, so you're not going to get that in a club, a techno club, that kind of vibe.
That's the coolest thing happening.
I mean,
you know, they're so cool. But the music, it's still fundamentally a lot of just. So
I'd like to see some more artists like creating some actually unique sounds, which are not.
Me too.
Sure, Psytrance has a sound.
Sure,
but
we all know the strangle cat noise.
Yeah, exactly.
Or 303.
I mean, for God's sakes, do something. Yeah.
Do you have any triplet beats on your new album?
Or some kind of ethnic tribal chant?
How about some harpsichord?
Humming.
Well, while we're talking about sounds and stuff like that, here's one for the geeky question for the producers. Favorite piece of gear or plug-in? What are you using right now?
Good question.
John, you go first, or shall I?
You know, it's funny. You definitely seem to kind of go back to the classics, kind of things that you always use.
Yeah.
But new bits of kit, having fun with Arturia Buckler, so a little modular synth, which is cool.
For sure.
Cool. Twiddling on a tune the other day, which we were having fun with.
We played with that the other day.
Pretty damn fun. But I guess that's for me. It's very hit and miss because it's pretty. It's pretty well.
Because it's so wacky, but then if you get it right, you get some really good results out of it.
Definitely getting some original sounds. Weird, but definitely we're having a lot of fun with a lot of the output gear, like a lot of their substance for bass. It's definitely fresh, big. It's less kind of, you know, less programming stuff, but in terms of the actual sound quality, the sounds are coming out.
Chris,
yeah.
I'm loving the. I guess Sugar Bites are doing some pretty cool stuff. Yeah. I think there's like Apparillo by Sugar Bites is an amazing machine, and Factory is pretty cool as well. And
do you know what's still fucking cool? Sorry, which is just like, why go any further? The GRM tools, which
is on your machine. It's
probably what. They're probably 15 years old or something. 20. You know, they're old. They're the first. You know, they have a classic sound, but it's great. It's got a really cool smudge.
All right, let's get into some juicy anecdotes. You know, we've done plenty of festivals together back in the day. Lots of stories. Probably can't tell them all here. There was one in Brazil that I remember, which I remember we barely made it through customs on the way out due to extreme tiredness.
Yeah, so tired.
So bloody tired.
Bloody tired.
That walk through customs is one of my.
Tired.
I remember myself and Chris went through one lane of customs, and we looked over at John going through the other lane, and I remember him going into his pocket and pulling something out, and all of the change that he had in his pocket just went all over the floor. He started bending down, trying to pick it all up.
Sweaty.
We were all sweating.
I'd expect nothing less, to be honest.
Oh, it was hilarious.
That's my boy there. That's my boy.
We all walked onto the flight with shades on. It was 12 and 11 in the evening. We were all wearing shades.
I mean, they were so happy for us to get out of their country.
They really were.
It was please, just leave now. Yeah.
Have you got any other good, something else you can share
John
with us?
John and I, we'd done a Flip-Flop set, and John was doing his solo trance project, Hamish, and snowboarding at some point. And he was like giving it hard on stage with one arm, and suddenly dislocated his shoulder again and just collapsed on stage, suddenly the DJ wasn't there.
It was fucking awful. I literally I was just like, everyone was there.
The set
backstage.
magically continue without you.
I mean, it's so weird, that thing about live sets, how you don't have to actually be there, it just keeps going.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. No.
Just carried on.
The illusion is ruined.
I looked at the sound engineer. He just looked at me. He was just like, "Oh fuck." I was like, "Look." He's like, "What's it?" Got it back in.
Oh, did you do a Bruce Willis?
Yeah, basically
against a door frame.
I mean, it was up against the PA.
What a man.
So, guys, can we talk about which label your next release is signed to, or is that a big secret?
It's such a big secret, even though we've been plastering it all over our social media.
Have you? Has that been announced?
Yeah.
We're excited for you on this one.
No, this is the official announcement. This is it.
Let's do this.
No, it's going to be on Mousetrap.
It's going to be on Mousetrap.
Huge.
Yeah, which is cool. Which is Dead Mouse's
Big
label.
congratulations.
Massive.
Yeah, it's super cool. It's like, exactly, we don't want to alienate ourselves from the existing fan base. That's kind of
sure.
It's not like the music is. It's not like it's suddenly this different thing. It's very much the same thing, but I think, as you were saying earlier, like the fact that we've slowed things down, it puts it in a different space, and that's super cool because it's the same thing, but maybe more not accessible is the wrong word, but it just gives everything. It's just I think some of these other labels outside the trance scene, they just look at it, they just hear they just immediately hear the speed and go. You slow this stuff down, and suddenly it's like
very exciting.
Well,
cool.
boys,
Congratulations.
amazing. It's great to have you back on the scene. We love you. Blocks out now on Aboga Records. Check that out. It's a really cool track.
Go and buy it.
And I guess, we're going to see you hopefully on the festival scene very soon. And watch out for the Mousetrap release as well. We're going to play Blocks right now, so we'll just end this by hopefully you introducing it for us.
Actually, John, can you play us a few chords on your harpsichord?
Before we go, can we get a little bit more...
Do the riff. Do the riff, mate. Do the riff.
No. What is it? No, there's a...
there it is.
Yeah, that's been...
All right, we love you, boys.
Love you, boys.
Follow Flip-Flop on Instagram, Flip-Flopstagram.
Thank you back, guys. It's been an absolute pleasure to chat to you, and you guys make us crack up regularly with this.
Oh, thank you very much. Compliments.
So much, and massive love to all of our fans out there. Thank you for supporting our release, and we look forward to rumbling a few sound systems in the future with you guys. This is Blocks out now on Aboga Records, and thank you very much for having us.
Cheers,
enjoy.
guys. Love you.
Boom.
Love you. Bye.
I'm Gerard the Labrador. My master and mistress have just had what's called an orgy at our house. I'm listening to Allaby Bedders to help take my mind off what just happened. Woof.
So, Matt,
Yes,
I was in the chemist the other day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, not getting love gel
Right.
like previously, but I was in there. I think I had a gammy eye, just getting some eye wipes.
Okay. Look like an old dog. Just got a leaky eye.
Yeah, you got to get, central heating, that you get a gammy eye every now and again, so I got some eye wipes. Anyway, something struck me. There's a little advertisement on the wall behind the woman serving me, and Viagra Connect, available now over the counter. I didn't know, not that I need it, obviously.
Sure. I mean,
healthy man.
So it is now available in the UK. You can just go and buy it.
Yeah, just available over
no
the counter.
prescription.
No prescription.
I mean, fun times.
Brilliant.
Are ahead,
Right?
no?
Exciting.
Have you ever taken it?
I haven't. No, I've never tried it. Don't need to.
Don't.
For those.
No, I have.
Yeah.
Once.
Yeah. Good.
I mean, it was basically... Okay, I'll tell you the story. I did a gig once in Manchester, and we're talking early 2000s.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a very long time ago. It was a small gig, and it was for a mate of mine. I won't say who it was.
Say the name.
Yeah, well, it was Steve Self.
Yay!
Yeah, Steve put on a party, and I don't know if do you remember Pace? Progressive act called Pace.
I don't.
You must remember Pace.
Well, I mean, you keep telling me this, but I don't.
You definitely do.
Okay, I do.
Okay.
They were amazing. Probably, I like their first album.
I'm going to play you some Pace later. There's no way you don't, because you were listening to Progressive. Is it paste?
It's paste, I remember.
Okay, so I don't remember paste.
I remember paste with a T, not
that's
pace.
It. Okay, that's it.
Okay, now remember that.
All right, so I'm the idiot.
Yeah, you are.
Fine.
Carry on.
I'm fine being
Carry
an
on
idiot.
with your story.
So Paste were playing at that party. Steve had booked Paste.
Yeah. Steve Self, the Geordie Greek.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why I run a bed and breakfast league.
So Steve hired me, I guess, as the support DJ for Paste. He was going to play, I was going to play.
Yeah.
It was a small night, and there wasn't a lot of people there. So at the end of the night, Steve was like, well, you do the impression. So basically, I can't give you any money.
I cannot give you any money, pet.
But how about these?
How about these dandy things leak?
Viagra's. And
Man.
He handed over.
How about these little blueies that I give you as a hard-on leak?
So he paid me for the gig.
You were paid in Viagra.
Now, these may or may not have been pig Viagra or something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Alsatian Viagra for vets.
I've got no idea. They look like big blue pills.
That's what they give to like animals at the zoo when they're trying to get them to mate.
Yeah.
Like pandas. Panda Viagra.
But, I was like, fuck it, yeah, why not? I'll take the Viagra's, mate.
Sure.
I could see there was no money coming.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, I'll take those. But, in the end, I mean, it did work.
Brilliant.
It worked, but it kind of gave me a headache.
We're all mammals.
I did wonder later, though, I wonder if Paste got paid in Viagra as well, or if it was just me.
I really hope so. Maybe just half cash, half Viagra.
Aliens, mushrooms, aliens, mushrooms, acid.
Wizards.
Classic track.
Okay. Let's play a tune.
Music. Matt, we've been talking a lot about Glade.
Well, it's come up a few times during the interviews, hasn't it?
We talked a little bit
That
about...
gave us a little idea, didn't it?
Yeah, a little idea.
How to crowbar another Allaby track into this podcast.
What Allaby track can we play next? And to be honest, if you ask, 9 out of 10 housewives will agree their favourite Allaby track was Glade.
Oh, that's embarrassing.
Yeah, I would say most people I know, their favourite Allaby track was Glade, although your new shit is obviously massive, but this is an absolute classic.
Come on then, let's hear it.
This is Allaby, Glade. Mad for it.
My name's Trent from the stock market. When I'm not skiing, taking cocaine, fucking, or skiing, I listen to Allaby Bedders in bits. Sell!
And now it's time for the news.
And now the news with Bedders.
What's the news, Bedders?
Well, Matt, spring is almost upon us.
Oh,
yeah.
Looking forward.
Flowers are starting to sprout.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Days are getting longer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Feeling a bit more summery.
Sure.
Not summery, but springy.
Yeah.
At least, yeah.
I'm less depressed.
Yeah, less depressed. Days are getting... The clocks, in fact, are changing this week.
Oh, such a good thing to hear.
Good time of year.
Coming out of your lovely face.
Come out of this dark side of the cold. If you listen to this Game of Thrones, that'll be funny to you.
I've never heard Game of Thrones.
Not listened, watched.
Okay.
Anyway, so I remember last year you were you were down a sort of a very committed health and fitness regime.
Thinking about getting back into that very soon, actually, Mark. Because I was in tremendous shape.
You
by the end
were
of
in
last
tremendous
summer.
shape. You really were.
No one saw it.
No, I mean, I saw it. I really appreciated it.
I mean, I'm glad you did.
Yeah. Well, with that in mind, I've been sort of having a look at sort of health regimes, that kind of stuff.
Tell me more.
Ways of sort of making myself a bit more healthy, including my diet. I stumbled across an article, Matt, that made me think, well, maybe we could give this a go, and perhaps it's a business idea.
Okay. I'm listening.
A vegan 29-year-old single mum and personal trainer, and also a nutritional advisor called Tracy Kiss, took it upon herself to start consuming sperm every day.
Consuming sperm?
Yeah.
Okay.
Consuming sperm every day after reading about the health benefits of the bodily fluid.
Right.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know where she read that. Apparently, it's very high in vitamin B12, and it's really good for your energy and all that kind of stuff.
Sure.
Now, she's a single woman.
Yeah.
So she's sort of relying on a close male.
Donors?
Yeah. Well, her best friend, who is a male, is sort of dropping off samples every day.
Lucky him.
Right? Well, I don't know. How would that work? It
depends how the samples are gathered.
Well, I don't know. But all I know is every day she's sort of mixing it in with bananas, seeds, almonds, milk for a lovely smoothie. Right? Okay. So I'll show you a picture here.
I mean,
she's drinking it with a teaspoon there.
It's a small smoothie.
There you go. Lovely sample.
It's a very small smoothie.
No, I think that's her having it neat.
Right.
So to speak.
I mean, I think that's the best way to take it, coming from experience.
Yeah. I mean, right. Well, I've heard this before. According to Tracy, it tastes different according to what the guy's been eating.
Right.
So
I've heard that before too. Eat some pineapple.
Yeah, pineapple, tastes pineapple-y.
Yeah.
Curry, lovely Madras flavour.
Sure.
Whatever. So I was thinking maybe, I don't know, it'd be a good idea. You live in Dulwich.
Yeah.
They've got sort of crazy sort of inventive pop-up shops, some kind of smoothie shop.
Okay, smooth. Okay.
I'm not sure how the kitchen setup would be there. With
some sort of cow milking device.
Exactly. Some kind of like individual pods with milking equipment. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And you would, I presume, feed the donor the night before some interesting flavours.
Yeah, different. Yeah, exactly. So one like pineapple in one pod,
so
Chinese in the other.
So the meeting beforehand would be, so for the menu tomorrow, guys.
Yeah, asparagus in pod A.
We're thinking banana coconut, pod B.
Yeah, Thai food mixed with citrus in the other.
Right, okay. If we were going to do this, then what were we going to call this shop, Mark?
Froth and Vitality.
From me to you.
Wanky juice. But I don't know whether it goes against human rights, and I don't know whether it would work. But
and also the fact that it's fucking disgusting.
Yeah. Anyway, let's have a smoothie.
Well, that was a podcast, Mark.
Oh, it's good to be back, mate.
Hell of a show.
You happy to be back?
I am happy to be back.
Yay. 2019 has started well.
I hope everyone else feels the same way.
Yeah. Thank you to Hamish and Flip-Flop.
Absolutely. 5-star reviews, please.
Get on it. Seriously.
Come
it's
on.
Annoying. We'll be back on SoundCloud.
It's annoying. Yeah, the stuff will be back up on SoundCloud.
Sorry about the little break on that one. Couldn't afford it because you don't pay us.
Anyway. Let's do some plugs.
Get your plugs out.
Allaby Bedders on Instagram and Facebook. And follow Allaby Music on Instagram while you're at it. And I tell you what, Mark.
Yeah. Tell me.
This podcast is produced by a little company called Ideal Noise.
What a lovely company it is.
It is.
Yeah.
And Ideal Noise has just started an Instagram as well.
Yes, it has. Please follow it.
Ideal Noise UK on Instagram. There'll be loads of little snippets up there. People that are coming to the studio, when I'm mixing records, doing production bits and bobs for other artists. I don't know. We'll try and figure out some, fun content to put on there. So give us a follow there as well.
Doing some amazing work.
And get in touch if you require some sort of music production needs of any kind.
Mm-hmm. Jingles, perhaps.
Well, jingles. I mean, we do have at least one voiceover artist on the books.
I'm Patrick Stewart.
And another one?
Sal!
Al Pacino?
I'm Al Pacino. There you go.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
See?
That was embarrassing.
You can get that kind of quality.
The man of 1,000 voices.
Or 3.
3, yeah. Good.
Let's play a track to see us out, and we'll be back, I don't know, in a couple of months or something.
Yeah, I reckon May. What do you reckon?
Yeah, something like that.
We're not doing it every
month
anymore.
Don't hold us to it.
Sorry, guys, but May, I reckon, will be the one we're aiming for. We're going to end with a track from someone who is literally exploding. Not literally.
You're very messy.
He's exploding on the progressive house scene at the moment.
Another one we played at Tribe of Frog the other week.
We played this at Tribe of Frog. So this is Stan Kolev Within, recently released. It's massive.
Have a great month. We'll see you in bits.
I make words with my mouth.